thank you all so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciate Frederick Gaumont. I'm just going to call him out tonight because, I don't know, I want to make everybody else jealous. And also, he's got a great name. Thanks for coming on, everybody.
Frederick Guimont. Okay, that is actually a really cool scene. I really like that. That's cool. Damn. That looks really cool, Frederick.
Frederick, what are you working on right now, man?
Let's fly back. Just fixes money itself, but some prefer to play with J-Bear scams. Tonight is permission last.
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios Weekly Wing It number 139 here on Rumble and YouTube. And that was the trailer for Frederick Guimont's upcoming first book, Rattel. And that campaign is now live on Fun Mike Comic. The link is in the chat, and I'm probably going to be dropping that link a few times during the night. Also, Silk Song is finally here. All my years of impatience have paid off. I was getting a little impatient, and Billy Bobsack kind of set me straight. He's like, let him cook, and he was right. And now it's finally here, so I decided to torture myself just a little bit more by, I bought it when it came out, and I have not played it yet. I waited to be on here, so we're going to be playing it live on the air. And over in the comments, Christy has joined us. She says, "Hail, people. Welcome, Christy. Good to see you." So anyway, I have not yet even fired this game up. So if you'll excuse me for just a moment, I'm going to go double click on this, get this window out of the way. All right. It is opening. Let me share this screen. Yeah, and I'm going to be stopping a time or two tonight to go over Frederick's campaign. I'm going to bring that up in a little bit. Let's see if I can get this to cooperate. Oops, not that one. All right, because that's exactly what happened. You all came here to watch me boomer my way through this. Gen X, I bring you shame. I'm sorry. There, now we got that. Why? Oh, there it goes. Okay, now I can share the screen. Compelling TV. All right. Ha! We got it. We got it. All right. Oh, I gotta pick a language here. English. I speak English, and I don't even speak that very well. Am I sure? No, I'm not sure. Okay, this game saves data automatically at current points. Yeah, I heard that they just released this with no DRMs, so that's kind of insane. All right, first time. All right, here we go. Options, achievements, extra. Let's do this. All right. By the way, if you could out there, let me know if the sound's coming through decent, if it's too loud, too little, if at all. And hopefully I'm coming through because this is a whole new setup. Thank the Lord he allowed me to get myself a new computer because that little laptop just wasn't doing it. I have no camera on it yet, but I will get one. And thanks to my son Connor, he's the one who pointed me in the direction for y'all know I'm an idiot with computers, but my son, he knows what he's talking about. So he pointed me in the right direction to get a machine for streaming and video editing, and pointed me to the HP Omen. And so far, it's kind of cool to not see games chug when I try and play them. So adjust the slider until the frames touch the edge of they're already there. All right, adjust brightness to your desired level. Saturate it. Yes, make it all glow. All right, let's bring this down. Yeah, it's right there. Seems pretty good, actually. So. They see your beauty, so frail and fine. They see your peace, woven of faith and toil. They forget your heart, bound in slumber and servitude. When you wake, they shall see your truth. A beast's nature bare to all. From Farloom's Folly by the conductor Romano's Pizza. All right, so here we go. All right, this is probably the same opening we've seen in those teaser trailers over the years. No idea how she got nabbed. We don't even know if this takes place before, during, or after Hollow Knight. Well, I don't. You guys might. I'm sure all the lore has already been dissected out there. I haven't watched any of the breakdowns yet. But after tonight, I probably will be checking them out all over the place. Splat. No, that wasn't close at all. B to bind. Nice. It's go time. This is what we've been waiting for. Let's see. Yeah, Let's see. Oh, are you having technical problems, Christy? Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you. I had no problem with it, but I do know sometimes you're trying to work with phones and stuff. Let's see. All right. Hey, if you could, let me know if the sound effects are too much. All right. What else can I do when I hit other stuff? So far, the Y button does nothing, nor do the shoulder buttons. All right. Okay, before I go that way, let me see if it does go this way. Odds are I can go both. Nope. Oh well, everybody knows a proper Metroidvania starts out going to the left. What, can she grab on? Yes, she can grab ledges. All right. Me likey. Oh, cool. Let me try that out. Okay, down attack. Oh, yes. I do have a phrasing there issue there, don't I, Christy? All right. Can I go in the water? I can. All right. Are these things friendly or do they hurt me? Well, they don't hurt. It's already setting itself apart from Hollow Knight with just the color, same style, same everything, but this vibrant green. Even in Green Path, it didn't look quite so vibrant. Let's see. Takes a second or two, but yeah, healed 3 masks all at once. Whoops. Okay, gravity works. Up we go, up we go. I guess there's nothing there. All right. Hold on. What's under? What's this? No idea. All right. It's when splat and green stuff went everywhere. That seems to be about it. Sounded like a dying Donald Duck. What's up here? Whoop. Ow. Oh, guess I start this again. I climb up and up, over, boom. What are you? Mossberry. I guess I can make mossberry pie. I don't know. That is where I, whoops. Oh yeah, that's right. I wouldn't have a map system yet. Sweet fruit that grows in moist environments. Its seeds are toxic to most creatures. All right, give me some of that. I get my mossberry. No, now where am I supposed to go? I do believe this is where I just came in a few minutes ago. Or not. What the heck just happened? She got indigestion or something? What's going on here? Did you eat the mossberry? What's down here? Oh, that looks familiar. Okay, here we go again. Okay. Glad to see you all respawn nice and healthy. That's an awesome splash sound effect. Sounds like somebody just dropped a big old rock into the water. Oh, that's handy. Come on, come on. Hello. Christy asks, what game is this? This is Hollow Knight Silksong. Is it a cat? No. She's a bug. Her name is Hornet. This is a follow-up to the game Hollow Knight. And originally it was just going to be some add-on DLC because Hornet was an NPC in that. And they decided to make her a playable character. And they started working on it and turned into a whole new game of its own. Oh, let's see here. James, welcome. What's up, man?
Hey, friends. How goes?
It's
Oh,
all right.
I see you're playing Mega Man.
That's right.
Look at all those bright colors. So,
Man.
yeah, video game night, I see.
Yeah. By the way, what do you think for the volume? Is it too much? Does it need to come down some?
I can't hear anything.
You don't hear this at all?
I don't personally know.
Oh, then it's
I
probably
mean-
not coming across the broadcast. But you know what?
Maybe others can.
If that's the case, then I'm going to turn this down a bit for myself to make it easier to hear you.
Oh, well, righteous. There you go.
All right. So, what's got? I can talk well. What are you up to? What you been working on?
Today I was editing videos, mostly getting some of the larger work-related videos done, then working on some personal videos for the AI channel. And actually, funny you asked, just came to mind right now. I went on the Reddit for this dying video game that hasn't had an update in like 8 years.
Yeah.
That I absolutely like. I say like, not love, because there's a reason it's dying. But people like the setting. And thanks to the advent of AI, they have this new feature, at least in the AI I use, called a retexture tool. And essentially, you can take one image and use it as a style reference, and you can take the other image and sort of plaster the style of your choice over it, almost like an extreme refiltering tool.
And it just reskins everything for you?
Most of it, yes. I'd say it's about 90% accurate, give or take the complexity of your image and what you're trying to do. But I took a bunch of screenshots from this game and I tried to make them look, and for the most part succeeded, making them look like old damaged photos from like the 50s and stuff. And basically just took in-game screenshots and they came out looking old damaged photos of a real life location. The fan base liked it. The fan base enjoyed it. Like, though the Reddit doesn't get much updates, it's a dying game.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Ja.
So there must be, if it's not like the biggest or anything, it must have a healthy fan base at least.
Healthy? I don't know. Like, it has like people who like the setting more than like the game, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes, it was originally a massive multiplayer online game called The Secret World that eventually went from subscription to free to play. And it was just heavily monetized to a terrible degree. And it just went on life support after that. It's been on life support for the better half of a decade. If not a decade, who's counting? But it was fun while it lasted. And what is this? Is it the new game for you here?
Yes, it is. This is the
It's a
long-awaited Hollow Knight Silk Song, and I am now in my first boss battle.
Long awaited.
Oh, yes.
What's the story behind that?
Still don't know quite yet. I don't know if this takes place before, during, or after the events of the first Hollow Knight. All I know is this bug is trying to kill me.
Gotcha.
I don't know what I did to tick her off, but...
So what's the story of the first Hollow Knight?
Well, for Hollow Knight, that, believe it or not, is very complicated, and nothing was ever straightforward said. It took a lot of lore digging. But for the most part, there is the Kingdom of Hallownest, and the Pale King ruled over it. Now, the Pale King was considered a higher being, like godlike amongst the other bugs. There are a few creatures like this. Higher beings convey more power or whatever, but he was originally some kind of worm, the great worm that went through a metamorphosis. But he became king of Hallownest, and there was another entity on his level known as the Radiance, which was a big old moth. And the Radiance kind of infected Hallownest and kind of zombified everything. So, oops. Uh-oh. Oh, it's telling me to bind.
Oh,
Too late. It's been telling me to bind. It looks like I done, I done oopsed. Well, I see why they were kind enough to put a save point right there. Yeah, so the Pale King did some kind of mumbo jumbo stuff with this living nothing called the Void. And he and the White Lady, his queen, produced a lot of, they're all bugs. So they produced a whole bunch of children just to use them as vessels. And what he did is he finally found a way to merge the Void into his children, making them something else. And he made a lot of them. And the whole point was this Void was supposed to consume the infection of the Radiance and keep it locked away. So somehow he banished all the infection, or tried to, into the vessel.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is this just supposed to be all underground?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like
Mostly.
a mini.
Sometimes you go to the surface in some parts.
Interesting.
But
So
the
it's
point
on
was,
Earth.
yeah, I guess. Like her weapon here is a needle. For the Knight and
I've
Hollow
noticed.
Knight, it was a nail.
Ah,
And the thing is, this infection from the radiance, it needed to latch onto some form of consciousness, some kind of thought in order to work. So pretty much he just had a bunch of children that were nothing inside. So they were truly hollow. And
okay. I get it.
yeah, so that's how it was able to contain the infection. However, one was taken, he contained the void, they sealed him away, but something must have been there because he became infected. Didn't just contain it, and it leaked out, but he was still sealed inside this big rigmarole to get this thing open where the Hollow Knight was sealed up. But then you play the Knight, which is another one of the children that climbed out of the abyss, and you pretty much have to defeat the Radiance, contain the infection, and save Hollow Nest.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Now Hornet here, she was one of the antagonists, not a bad guy, but an antagonist. She would stand in his way and make sure that he was worthy to do what he was trying to do and test him. But she is technically his sister, well, half sister.
So she's condescending.
Well, she does not have void that anybody knows of, but they were going to make her a player character with some DLC, and when they started doing that, they decided to make give her her own game. So I don't know if this is something she's going through before or parallel to what's going on in Hollow Nest. Like she might, the end of this game might end up running into, where she goes to Hollow Nest and then deals with all that. Or this could be taking place afterwards, depending on which. There's like 3 different endings for Hollow Knight, and I think she's still alive in 2 of them. I think.
Okay, so it's one of those games, multiple endings, different branches and pathways.
Yep.
Such. I've
So
heard of
I have no idea if this is taking place after what happened in Hollow Nest or kind of during, and she's on her way back there.
Gotcha. So she might already be dead.
She might already be dead. And with the kind of world and lore of Hollow Knight, I wouldn't put it past them to pull something like that off. Like she was dead the whole time. Hey, you hit me. Stop it. Oof. Get over here. Boom. Oop.
Hollow Knight. Look at her go.
Boom.
By her, I mean Wrangler. What a trend.
Oof. Worth it.
Ooh,
Oops.
all that button pressing. In what do they call it? The speed running world. They will actually put their microphones up to their buttons so that way you could hear the pressing.
Oh yeah.
That way it's like I guess a sign of authenticity where you can match up the pressing with the movements. And sometimes they'll even put a camera on their console and show the back of the console that it's all plugged into the wall. So,
Oh wow.
yeah,
I have no camera right now at all, but
yeah, so you're cheating, obviously.
I do have I'm sure you could hear that, right?
Oh yeah, you can hear that. Button, 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 button. Yeah. Though she doesn't swing that fast, probably because she's a
No.
woman.
Ascend? I will in a minute. Let me look over here first.
That means goes up. You know, I never really enjoyed it when they added in like a slight extra passage and had nothing in there, you know? Like, what's the point? Just tell me to go back?
All right. Why is she getting hurt here?
Maybe it's the light. Cutscene? Oh no.
Possibly. Yep. Gonna be. Or I wake up somewhere else with no explanation. I got to figure it out.
Oh gosh,
That
I hate it
could
when
be
that
too.
happens in video games. Oh, look at him. Is he you?
Up with you. Up. I won't have you dying on my floor. That's awfully compassionate of you. Thank you. Awake at last. You should mind your strength, traveler. There's no use wasting energy on an old nobody like me.
Huh.
I see that now, madam. My welcome to your land has not been kind. I had reason to be wary. Okay, I'm not used to the night talk. Like in Hollow Knight, the night does not talk. But Hornet is a chatterbox. Let's see if that holds true through this game. So you're another pilgrim then, scuttled out of the darkness to climb the great path and bow at its gilded peak. I am no pilgrim, I am Hornet, and I arrive in your land by no choice of my own. I was brought to your kingdom by force, captured by strange bugs clad in veils. Oh ho, how curious. The bugs of the citadel at the summit of our land, they veil themselves in service to their faith, or perhaps as slaves to something greater. Then I shall see their citadel. If these veiled bugs would go to such lengths to bring me here, I intend to find out why. Dun dun dun. Ferocious, intimidating, your pilgrim spirit. You've the bearing of a hunter.
Wow, he can tell so much from so little. It's probably
Yeah.
because he's old.
That's usually how it works.
Or they wrote him like that.
Welcome then, fierce traveler, to Farloom, our holy yet haunted land. Before you depart, permit an old bug a brief warning. Best keep that weapon drawn. Our kingdom is gripped by a curse. Yep, that's not a side quest. That's probably going to be the main quest. Its paths grow wild and dangerous, and though some still attempt the climb to the citadel at its crest, none return to speak of what they see. Oh, I'm going to go up there and snap pictures. How about that?
Yeah. Sounds like going to watch a Star Wars movie. Nobody. How was it? Don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. They don't speak of what they see. Great Citadel. Oh, this is a
Kind
loading.
of like Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm not sure what you're referencing there, Christy. She probably posted this comment like, let's see, was it 8:31? Oh yeah, she posted that like almost 10 minutes ago, so I don't know what it was in reference to.
I'm sure she'll remind us or something.
Let's see. Ascend through the lands of Farloom to reach the citadel at the King's Peak. View objectives in the task screen of the menu. Can I just play?
No. No, you cannot. Do the objective. To the task screen with you.
Let me out. Let me out. All right. What's down here? Oh, okay. Now I know where I am.
Yay. I like knowing where I am when I go places.
This is just gorgeous, though. What do you think of this, James?
It does look nice. The artwork, the art style, it's got a particular charm to it, as these games do, you know. And of course, the character design sort of punctuates that as well. Oh, look at here, Indians. I'll be right
Bone
back.
bottom. All right, let's have a chat. Okay. Oh, I guess all these guys are looking for that. We all must walk the roads up and up through them, though most of us will fall before we see the grand gates. Oh no, don't drink the Kool-Aid when you get up there, dude. See, if you're wise, you'll stop here and rest a while before heading out into the dangerous world. What is this? Okay, you've chosen a curious place to rest, ma'am. This pit of bells and the structure around it, they suggest a station for travel, though one long abandoned. Yeah, rumors of the camp say these bells run throughout the lands, great veins of them, forged by our ancient kin. And some even say bugs used to travel through them, in gilded carriages no less. Surely such fanciful travel would be a sin for us pilgrims. We must walk and climb and crawl using only our own meager claws. Only thus can we prove our devotion.
Well, they are bugs, and frankly, I don't know how they're doing anything but that.
Well, have fun. Have fun crawling through broken glass to prove yourself.
Yay! I'm
So
sure
can I
that's
go
not
down here without getting
commentary
hurt?
whatsoever. Which brings me to my next question. How is your character walking around on two legs? Do they have shoes on? What's going on here?
I have no idea. I mean, she's wearing a dress.
Right? Maybe there's some stockings. Those look like stockings. Why would a bug be wearing a dress? You're a bug. You got an exoskeleton.
They deal with the currency of faith. Rosaries, those finely carved beads of prayer. If you will only share some with me, I will trade you something fair. All right, what? I don't have any, but
Yeah, it's never a parody of the Muslim faith, I'll tell you that.
see, magnetite brooch. This stone's beauty, isn't it? They say it'll help you gather up rosaries on the road ahead. You'll come back and share some with me, won't you? Okay, these are all the charms. Mask shard. I need 4 of those to get a new health upgrade. Craft metal. Simple key. Rosary string. All right. Well, I'm going to have to find some of those. They're a popular thing about Farloom wish walls. Useful too. So many prayers left unanswered. Gives them a place to go. All right. Time to get back to exploring. Wait a minute. There was somewhere I could have gone up or down back this way, I think, and I didn't check it yet. Okay, let's go get killed. Oh, wow. I didn't expect it to go down all the way back to here. Well, I'm going to get a little more familiar with this than I originally intended, I guess.
What a world. What a world. I'll get a little game stream going myself, frankly.
Oh, what are you playing?
Well, I got the handheld. There's a lot of games on there. I'll choose something. What I'm going to stream to the screen is probably just I'm going to look at my handheld device because it's just got it's just got that immediate feedback, you know.
Yeah.
But actually, I'll stream.
Stream it. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get rosaries in this. I got so used to in the last game, the currency for that, everybody you've all the opponents you fought kind of generated it. Yep, that's where I fell. So you are you bringing that up, James? Are you bringing one up or? Oh, I can. That's good to know. I don't think I ever did check the rest of the way over this way.
Cool.
So were you throwing a game up on screen, James?
Not yet. I'm testing it right now in the background. It's connecting it through the internet, and it's like looking meh.
Yeah.
If I connect it through the wire, it looks good. But then I can't use the controller of my choice because you have to connect through USB-C for both of those, which blows. I know. I'm looking for like a dock in the future, but I'm pretty sure I can broadcast this. Just give me a sec. Make sure that everything's on the appropriate screen because I'll be casting directly from a single screen. Okay, that's on that screen too. There we go. Let me launch a game here and see how it looks actually in gameplay, so that way I know that it's it's working and is actually, you know, you could actually look at it. Because it could just be like, okay, let's go ahead and crap out. If that's the case, I'll go ahead and just connect it through the wire.
By the way, how has this been looking? Because usually whenever I try and stream a game, it's really choppy. Has this been coming through properly?
Yeah.
And so the new computer's working. Let's see if I can keep it that way. Red Maiden.
Let me start this one all over again. Right now, I'll be playing Geometry Wars. See how that looks on the screen. It may be a little bit on the, I guess what we call low frame rate. My mind is in two places at once while playing this game.
Oh, believe me, I understand that. Oh, this one, yes. I got you on full screen now.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't look too bad full screen. It's gonna be probably a good maybe 2 seconds behind my actual gameplay. This is
This
the
is like
level.
a high-speed screensaver.
Maybe, right? This is the level I'm kind of stuck on. I guess the whole point would be to hit to break the high score. I came very close, but it's very difficult as well because it just gets crazier and crazier as you go.
Colors, man.
All kinds of colors.
Yeah, switch over real quick.
All kinds of ridiculous colors. Plus, I also don't have the audio on here on this one because I'd have to probably put my headphones on, which I probably should have done because usually what I'll do is I'll put my what do they call them? My earbuds on, and then my headphones over them.
Now, let's see if I can get that proper screen. There we go. This must reach points where you just get intensely concentrated, like tunnel vision, just to keep going.
Possibly. Definitely a type of hyper awareness or hyper focus. I'm not necessarily sure what it's called, but I'm sure that it's well known amongst athletes and gamers alike.
The zone.
The zone, that would be the one, right? The zone. Getting in the zone, realizing what every single block does, having to counter them. Some of them just kind of float around, start getting close to you. The green ones avoid you. The pink ones break off into smaller blocks, but they come directly at you at higher speeds. And then later on, you get red ones that are basically like missiles that are locked right onto you. And you'll get about 3 lives. You could earn an extra life through just continuously not dying and racking up those points. And then you could also earn sort of like a special ability. My special ability clears the field, but I'm currently all out of those. I'm just going at it almost on automatic mode right now. There is a method behind it, and that is no matter how crazy it is, you are well armed to deal with everything that comes your way, but you will need to move fast. You will have to be aware of your surroundings. There you go. Be aware of your surroundings and everything that's happening. It is a little bit in slow motion mode, isn't it? I'm not really looking at that screen there. So
It looks pretty fast paced to me.
does it?
Yeah.
It's not what I mean is like low frame rate. Frame rate's okay.
Well, right now I'm looking on my tiny phone screen, so it looks all right. When I
Okay.
go in and look at it, when I go back inside and look at it on the computer screen, it may or may not be a different story.
All right. Okay.
But it's coming through. It's coming through
Because
good.
I'm casting it. I should just use a wire, but like I said, I have a controller that connects directly to my tablet here that I'm gaming off of, and it connects directly to my USB-C cable cord or port, and that's the one that kind of everything's that I'd connect the wire to because it'd be a charging cable essentially, but you'd use that or sort of connected to a port with a good HDMI dock. You need a very fast dock, which I've been looking into, but those are like at least $40 in the cheap end. And
Yeah.
of course, gotta wait for
Christy
the.
says it looks good to her.
Okay, as long as it looks good to you guys, I want to make sure that it's feasible. Because I'm trying to talk in game at the same time, which is surprisingly easy to do. I think I actually have a knack for talking on the fly rather at particular moments till I realize I'm doing it probably. And I'm also playing mute, as I may have mentioned before, which is difficult in this game because every sort of enemy has a particular sound to them, and there's certain sound cues you listen for particular enemies that may enter the field. Break apart all these guys, which is not good for my score, but I could not manage all those sort of wormholes at the same time. Compared to these smaller guys, they send a ton of them at you, but if you just manage the different corners at once, you're going to be all right. And then you know how to counter all the different enemies that come your way, and you have to counter them immediately, or at least draw them away, so that way you can manage the field. That's the main game, is to manage the field and destroy everything around you while collecting some of the things they drop, but not all of them, because the sort of like little orbs that they're dropping, these little white ones, they are sort of like boosters, and they collect towards a separate grand total score. But ultimately, as a booster, you can collect up to 150 times your original score for every single kill. So right now it's times 150, and it resets when I die. So once I collect enough, like right now I died, once I collect enough for sort of to get my max boost from them, I try to I don't focus on them too much as a collectible, because it could get you killed at the later game. Like right now I just died again. But that's also another thing I noticed about this game, which actually lends me to a particular video game theory that I'll share right now. Lives versus health. Sort of like when we were talking earlier about being in the zone, you know, just everything comes with that. I noticed that I get ejected, if you will, from the zone when I lose a life compared to losing health. And I think gamers may actually last longer in combat by sort of having more life than they do, or I should say more health than they do lives, if that makes sense. I actually did ask Grok to see if there's any studies on this. There was none directly involving video games, but there was some involving athletes and sort of high stakes sports, and how there is a increase, if you will, when sort of like a personal loss or a foul or something on the field sort of pushes them back as a player. There is an increase in sort of their chances of failure because of they said a mixture of mental and emotional overload that go with that sort of ejects them from that particular state. And I think that may be something that happens to gamers as well. That was an intense one. If you've seen it, I actually don't know how I lasted that long towards the end in that particular fight. But that's
Because
sort of
you were
like,
in the zone.
not really. I was just talking, like I was like, that's about 18 seconds longer before it just got completely overwhelmed. I'm not sure if you saw that one, but it's an intense game, this one.
I didn't know at the time. I was just kind of like watching, like, it's just cool to look at.
It's very much cool to look at. It's very much cool to look at. I was it gets the blood flowing, and still can't beat that high score on that one, but I come close. This is like the third. I think this is the third. So it's like you have a series of planets. Each of them has challenges and high scores you got to beat, and then you have to once you complete them all, then you can kind of move on to the next and the next and the next. Though they're kind of like currency based. You gain a particular currency every time you go in. So you can just unlock the next levels without sort of making the high score. So it's sort of like your own personal challenge. And I guess I'm just going high score for high score, planet at a time. And this is the one I'm currently stuck on.
Yeah. I'm going to try
Mm-hmm.
something real quick here.
Yeah, what are you trying?
Let's see. I'm going to try to, instead of sharing the window, I'm going to try and run it through. Whoops.
Okay.
I'm going to try and run it through my thing here.
Your thing?
There we go. The window I'm already in on the there, we got it.
I'm gonna give it one more try, and then I'll switch over to the wire instead. So that way, I'll probably play a different game at that point because I have the Bluetooth controller. Once it's wired up, I can't use the port, so I have to use the Bluetooth controller, and that is the delay is too great for this game. This is really Twitch based. Though it will look better because the quality will be generally better. Yikes. The quality will be generally better. Frame rate will be better than the basic cloud style, which, it baffles me because over the last 8 years, they've been releasing all these ports, these I wouldn't say ports. They're releasing all these cloud game devices. Logitech has one. NVIDIA has one. They have, or I think NVIDIA has one. They have all these cloud-based devices, but cloud is so dependent on just having great internet, no matter where you go, that it's like, it's not always feasible. A lot of the times, it's generally not feasible to have a cloud-based device because that's what it's going to look at. Like what you're seeing right now. The quality clearly is lacking, and compared to real life gameplay, which I'm experiencing on my handheld device right now, it's nowhere near as good. There's just certain games that would be generally unplayable. This one of them on some on a cloud device. It's insane, It's like cloud, the future of gaming. But ultimately I believe a lot of these cloud-based devices just become modulation stations or emulation stations.
Yeah, virtual consoles, pretty much.
Virtual consoles, which are good, they're not bad. They're fun.
Yeah. Well, do you know who's come in to share his 2 cents?
And who's that?
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Better, stronger, faster.
It's the Bionic Hedge. German P. Hunter, what's going on, man?
Whoa.
Hey.
What is up?
I'm back from BaseCon. Actually, I was back yesterday.
Oh,
But you get my where I'm going.
Yeah. How'd it go?
Pretty good. Met with Blaine, said hi and all that.
Nice.
Yeah. Talked about a bunch of stuff and let's see who else. MD Bonsher was there.
Oh, MD. Nice.
Yeah, how is he?
Bambo. He's doing good. So he was selling. He was selling books.
Yeah.
Bonsher selling books.
That's
like
where
a
it's
Kinawasi Saga.
Who's
So
that?
is Bambo.
Oh, all right. Nice.
So
Everyone.
and a few other people there that you probably wouldn't know. Well, actually, a lot of people there you wouldn't know. I sold a decent amount of books. Sold more than I did last year.
There you go. Keep your mind on the books.
Yeah.
That's
So-
where it's
Awesome.
at, man. I hope everyone sells good. There's enough customers for everybody, bro.
So, I resupplied my stock today.
Yeah. Huge pile of books in the room somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I got them. I got them in totes. So,
Mm,
although I am seriously considering because I'm now got a store open. I'm going to be
Yeah.
announcing that pretty soon. That I'm going to, you know, I'm going to have. I should probably have like just keep some stock to fill orders in the house,
Yeah.
and then have stock that I take to events. But
Mhm.
it gets costly.
Oh, right. I can imagine.
So, but yeah, that was I got 2 events this month. The other one is Fantasticon, and then I got 2 events in November, so that gives me October to kind of just do something. So I think I'm on chapter 33 of my next book, so it's going to be a big one.
Wicked. Okay, pump them out, bro. You keep them pumping.
Yeah, but this thing I've been pumping this thing for the last 4 months. Ooh, that didn't sound right.
Phrasing.
Yeah, phrasing. Bad words. Anyways, so I was on one panel at BaseCon, which was fantasy and RPG, and I started out kind of bad because these guys get serious, and I was trying to be serious, and it's like, boy, I suck at being serious. So I went back to being witty. I think I
define serious. What's serious at
like,
panel here?
He gave me this long, sort of nuanced answer, and I tried to answer it, and it's like I would go off on tangents, this, that, and the other, and I began to realize. You start realizing that you're going over. You're taking up a lot of time, so your answer is all screwed up and sort of disjointed, and people just kind of look at you like you've got snakes coming out your ears.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
well, tell me something. You didn't have snakes coming out of your ears, did you?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
so what kind of questions did you get exactly that led to
well,
this?
the one where I forget the exact question, and I'm glad I do because I don't really want to remember it. But something like, how does an RPG play into character agency of a fantasy book or this, that, and the other? And it's like, I don't know.
That's such a good question. Holy crap! I wish I wasn't on the panel right now.
Yeah, and then we got to, well, how do you deal with problematic characters? And I said, well, I
usually stick a sword through them.
I said I had 2 barbarians in a campaign that were going at each other, so I killed them both off, and then I went to McDonald's. That got a laugh.
I mean, sometimes you just got to pull the brutal card.
And then Boncher did this aside on something, and I said, I'm so going to McDonald's with you on that one.
Well, that was cool that the both of you got to be there together.
Yeah, we were on the same panel.
Oh,
and then the second one was, have you ever had any weird characters in any of your quests? And mine was, in my party, we had a trapper that couldn't spot. So we pushed him in the trap. And he was gone. And that got a lot of I actually got a pretty big laugh. So It was all about delivery.
RPG is life and death, man.
Yeah. So that was, that was my saving grace. I was actually entertaining. I could see guys falling asleep during that.
Buy my book.
Frederick hit the big time last night.
Yeah, he
I
did.
heard.
Oh, yeah.
On with the gangs.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
I even swallowed a gag reflex and watch.
Dude, it's a 5-hour stream. It's a comic skate live that turns into a trash cast, and then it turns into a biggest problem of the universe show. There's a lot of streams like EFAPing that one today.
And I just dropped your Fund My Comic campaign link in the live chat.
It's live, is it?
Thank you. Yeah, we went live Saturday night.
Wow.
So I've got about $800 on Fund My Comic and $300 of Bitcoin.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
So
That's what I like to hear, brother. I have
Yeah.
to find it soon. I'll throw some.
yeah,
Wait a
it's
minute.
pretty
I
good.
pay you monthly. Never mind. I'm good. You got my money.
Yeah, just don't let JDA just don't let JDA know just don't tell JDA that you know me.
Dude, yeah, I don't think anyone likes JDA. I already got haters, man. I got a couple of hate posts today.
All right, you're in the right
nice.
direction.
That's how
Yeah,
it goes.
no, that's the thing is I was kind of like, oh, awesome. And well, actually, it's yesterday, I should say. It's one of these hate posts that got because they were making fun of me. Ha ha! He only made 7 sales on his first night. CG is dead. And Ethan saw that and he was like, well, maybe if I bring him on my show, maybe we could give him a little boost. So he was able to get me like 6 more
There you go.
backers.
You got a
Well,
smite invite. Nice.
To be honest, between the time he said that and the time of the show, I had already gotten 13 from 7 to
Yeah.
13. So I was fully funded, but we're talking about like a small goal. Like I made my goal $500 because I'm a newcomer to the space. No one knows, whatever. So humble goal to start with.
Yeah.
But I reached that before going on the show. Then we got another 6 and then got a couple more today. So I went on Katie's stream this morning. We got 5.
There you
so,
go.
Yeah, it's doing all right, man, for a small project from somebody who's not known, who doesn't have a reputation. I'm pretty
Yet.
happy with the results.
Yeah.
Well,
dude.
you're a really good artist, so it's good that you're
Yeah.
finally getting.
You are very good, man.
And let's take a look at some of that art, guys, in his very own trailer.
Let's
Here
see it.
we go.
Thank you all so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciate Frederick Gumont. I'm just going to call him out tonight because I don't know. I want to make everybody else jealous, and also he's got a great name. Thanks for coming on, everybody.
Frederick Guimont. Okay, that is actually a really cool scene. I really like that. That's cool. Damn. That looks really cool, Frederick.
Frederick, what are you working on right now, man?
That's what he's working on.
Breaking Bitcoin. Laughing at the speech. Picking up the high speed. Going as a fool. Simple by design. Complex by act. Bitches and fixes. Money itself, but some prefer to play with JPEG scams.
Yeah. Sexy.
Buy my book.
Buy the book.
Buy his book.
It's got pictures.
That's right.
A lot of them. Hand
But
drawn.
you'll want to read it for the articles.
Real great articles all over the place.
Yeah.
These pictures make me all warm inside.
Yeah. Pretty ladies, some kung fu action. I think you're gonna
Ooh.
have a good time reading this one.
You are. So, how do you feel, man? How's the universe feel right now?
It's exciting. It's good to. I got a lot of good support. Like Twitter's been a buzz, like sharing it and giving a lot of positive support. So that feels really good.
That's so
I don't
great.
think I'd be like as happy about my haters if I just got haters and didn't
Right.
get it, the counterbalance. But like I got kickstarted on the Commandos. That's a small show, but KD simulcasted it.
Yeah. Oh.
Then Ethan's show last night, and then this
Wow.
morning Katie has her Good Morning Comicsgate that I went on.
Dude,
So
nice.
a lot of eyeballs have been seeing it. So it feels really good. I gave myself 3 months for the campaign. In retrospect, it might have been like a long time. A lot of people, I think they do 1 month and then they extend 1 month. I went crazy and I went like, oh, 3 months sounds good. Because it kind of ends December 6th. And I figure, okay, after December 6th, I'm just going to close it up, stop streaming, don't talk to nobody, and lock myself for a month and just play video games.
Yeah. You can talk to us though, right?
Yeah. You guys are going to be playing video games with me on stream.
Yeah, and we still got to do a double dragon run.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
that means 2.
Frederick, check it out. I'm playing and it's not chugging on me.
Dude, this is the new game, right? This is a $20 game.
Yep. I waited till tonight. I bought it the night it came out, but I didn't even turn it on until I started the stream.
It's so pretty, man. It looks great. Can you tell me the story behind this? Because I just saw a quick headline and I didn't do a deep dive on this at all.
All right. This does stem from Hollow Knight. And in
I don't know what Hollow Knight is.
All right, that's the first game. You play this little character known as the Knight.
Because you were playing Hollow Knight 1, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've played Hollow Knight on here at all.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'm mixing it up with something else. I thought
Shovel Knight.
Okay, but go ahead. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, they're a little bug civilization in the land of Hollow Nest. There was an infection, and it took over people with a mind, with sentience, and it infected them. And this was cut from the little bug kingdom there. The Pale King who was in charge of Hollow Nest was seen as a higher being, godlike to the other bugs. And there was another one like him, except it was a moth, known as the Radiance. And she and the Pale King had an issue, and she infected all of Hollow Nest. So the Pale King, in his infinite wisdom, decided to go mess with this living emptiness called the Void, which was down in the abyss.
Oh, yeah, I know about the Void.
Yeah, well, he and his queen, they had a bunch of kids and then infused this Void into all of them. something to do with some mystical and science mumbo jumbo, and so he created the Hollow Knight, pretty much a vessel full of the Void, just nothing, no thought, no consciousness, just a living nothing, and used that to contain the infection.
So
somehow the infection did leak out because there was a little something of sentience in there. And at one point in the game, after the Path of Pain, you see where that sprang from, where he sat with the Hollow Knight as his son for a minute rather than as just a means to an end. And it kind of developed a little spark of sentience in there. So you play the knight who climbs out of the abyss and is pretty much the sibling of this. You are another version. The vessel failed, the infection leaked back out, and you play the game to try and contain it. Hornet here is actually the knight's sister. She's not Void, but she is she's his half sister. And she kind of tests him and then helps him in the first Hollow Knight. Now, the question is, I don't know if this takes place before the first Hollow Knight or immediately after, because it opens up, you've been kidnapped and then and you're trying now, and you escaped, but now you're trying to identify who kidnapped you and went after them. So I don't know if this takes place before she gets to Hollow Nest and deals with all that, or if this is after. I'm sure it's been figured out, because there are lore diggers who've been playing this game since it came out that are, they put my autism to shame. These guys, they can dig in and find every little detail within 48 hours. And So I'm sure there's lore videos covering a lot of it already. I haven't watched any of it. I stayed completely blind to this until I turned it on this stream tonight.
Okay.
Very well.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, he's been playing it. I've been watching it with my own eyes, I think.
Hail to you, Dunks.
How you doing, man? Welcome.
I,
Bruce.
I am well.
Nice.
What insert rosaries? I don't know what it does. Let's find out.
Catholicism, the inspiration for 1,000 video games.
Right? Oh, it's a bench. Yes. Save. Okay.
Job.
Verily,
Bill Clinton.
I did once. Verily, I did once see a video where Bridget B put rosaries somewhere.
Oh, boy.
So how's your night going, man?
It's fine. I was surprised you were still streaming because I saw when you sent the message and I was like, oh, that was 2 hours ago.
No, it's about almost an hour and a half ago. We usually go about 2 hours, sometimes a little more or less, depending.
I see.
We just checked out Frederick's trailer.
Indeed, we did.
More guests this week, it seems.
Yeah, this is a little more normal. Yeah, guys, last week he came on for the first time.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just him and me for a little bit, then Raven joined.
Yeah.
Raven's not going to be able to make it tonight because he's probably not getting home until about the time we finish up.
Yeah, I saw him post about that. Yeah, I was on this. I was kickstarting the streams with Wrangler for a long time, but now I've been hopping on Omer glitches and doing the draw stream thing, and then coming in for the second half now. Speaking of the devil,
Is he
look at
here?
it. He's here in the chat.
Hey, Omer, get in here,
doing?
man.
Yeah,
Hey, friends.
I sent him the link if he wants to come. I don't know
Sweet.
if he's free or not, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, responsibilities might be a thing. Who knows?
Oh, I hate those.
yeah,
Oh,
but
this is
Stupid
the-
responsibilities.
This is the Omerglish person, right? Sounds German.
Omer.
yes, Omer Glish. He's Mexican German, I think.
Interesting.
Ah, yes, a rare breed indeed.
Yes.
All right, guys, it's time to find out. Does she have the equivalent of Samus's Varia suit?
I don't know, but now I want
No.
a little burrito.
So what's flying in the air? Is that COVID?
Burrito with sauerkraut.
Ugh. Sounds nasty.
I know.
Then again, sauerkraut
Oh.
and anything sounds nasty.
No, dude, sauerkraut is like the food of the gods, man. It's like,
Oh, what the hell is wrong with you?
I'm German, okay?
I'm German too. You don't see me wearing lederhosen.
Oh, that's nasty.
But you're American German. You have taste.
I actually don't mind sauerkraut. I used to hate it as a kid. but
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much anymore.
It's
But it's got good vitamins, you know?
Mm.
Like
so
beer.
does liver.
Yeah. So do pills.
It's like their Deutsch kimchi.
You don't absorb pills naturally like you do real foods, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm calling sauerkraut from now on. Deutsch kimchi.
That's why they say isn't that why they always say to take it with food?
Dude, I'm definitely taking that Deutsch kimchi. That's so good.
Let's see what you did there. Multiculturalism at its finest begins and ends with food and women.
Pretty much.
Indeed.
You can leave your food and women.
And then the rest of you just thanks for stopping by.
Right? You didn't pay the fare at the toll. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
So one of my friends said something that like made horrific sense about all that with the UK and with us. I don't know how political we want to get here, but
we don't care usually.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't focus on politics, but sometimes it comes into the conversation just it's a natural part of it here and there, you know.
He said something horrifying because he said something that surprised me, and then I was like, "Please explain." He said, "I want us to let as many people into the country as possible, and I think the UK should do the same." And I said, "Why?" And he's like, "The same reason you add mercury, the same reason you add mercury to a vaccine, to excite the immune system and train it." I was like, "Oh my god,
That's retarded. That is so retarded.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, look at how upset everybody is, and how much more conservative politics have become because of all of the immigrants that were let into the U.S."
That's kind of like saying, "Hey, I noticed there's a crack in your foundation. I'm going to take a sledgehammer to it just to prove to you I was right. You should have done something about it sooner."
See the crack.
Everybody was more careful when they saw the crack, so I hit it with the sledgehammer. Maybe
like,
3 times as careful.
I was like, that makes but it did make a really fucked up kind of sense when he said it.
I don't know, because I think it's not that people were rushing in here. I think it's just the fact that it was done so blatantly. Like for literally decades, we had people coming into the United States, hundreds of thousands at a time. And then it just got ridiculous. And of course, you had the mismanagement of the politicians across the board that really didn't represent much. You know, all this is comes into play.
Sure, but here's where it seems to kind of make a sick kind of sense. I feel like it was the deciding factor in November, or at least a major deciding factor. And now that the pendulum is swinging the other way, we're seeing less tolerance for political correctness and language policing. We're seeing the culture sort of return to some semblance of normalcy for the first time in possibly 2 decades. And so, like, as much as I don't want to admit that what he said has some merit, I can't deny that it might.
It's a large might, because that's has as much merit as like like I said, 1,000 other things that come into play that swing people's minds. And I think a large one is honestly just Donald Trump being reelected in general. It seems whichever way the United States shifts, politically speaking, the world seems to follow.
Yeah. And, you know, it was like the first time he was elected, the second time, it was like the winds changed overnight. People, it was weird.
It is weird, and I think the frightening aspect is like America leads the way for the first world to the point where they almost fall in line like fucking sheep. It's that's the frightening part for me there.
I didn't feel this kind of shift in 2016. This is different.
Well, I did when I was looking at jobs. All of a sudden it was, we're all now looking for American workers. And I'm like, really? And there was a couple of companies that did nothing but hire H-1B visas, and they were courting me pretty hard. And I basically told them no, because I knew the minute that Trump was out of office, they'd switch back. Yeah, I'm screwed and I'm gone. So.
Yeah, I think it's that immigration became one of those sensitive issues that it just became quite blatant. During the shift, because like I said, or at least that's the way I have seen it in my own lifetime, being politically awakened, if you will, that America just kind of leads the way.
And then this time when, you know, like now we're losing guys like Colbert, and, you know, they're deciding, hey, you know, maybe we need to cater to a male audience. And and I was just like, oh, what, excuse me? What did you say again? So it's not so much like a business shift. It's like some of the, you know, the diehard cultural institutions are now all of a sudden like, well, you know, maybe we should do that. And it's like,
yeah, they're like, well, we were promised millions upon millions with this new audience that never arrived, and now we see the bleak existence of those we have sided with, and we're trying to save our asses, but we still.
They sacrificed the real audience for the sake of the fake one.
because that always works in business. Lead by selling a product that people don't want will purchase.
Works every time.
Well, here's what they did was they thought that like Gen Alpha was gonna be just all wokies, right? That's the
Yeah.
lie they were sold.
Well, they're
And
trying to pretty much generate that.
And
that
they
too.
failed, thankfully.
They believed this narrative, and then they tried to ensure that it came to pass. And what actually happened is Gen Alpha, at least the male half of Gen Alpha, is pretty based.
Well, yeah, I mean, what they're trying to do isn't new. The generations past in the government have always tried to shift political, popular culture towards themselves, and more often than not have ridiculously failed at it, especially since the advent of the internet, where people can talk to each other so freely across the states.
Yeah, I just don't want to see us return to a different type of hyperdidactic society, because
We
I
probably
remember
will.
I remember, yeah, well, that's the problem is the pendulum was pushed and held for far too long on the left, and now the right swing is going to be wild. I remember a Republican Party that was pro censorship, pro like limiting speech, and pro all the same things that the crazy left became,
Just for a different reason.
just for a different reason. And instead of like, yeah, like I mean, I don't really have a faith as such. I'm kind of working on it, but like I don't think our government should be run based on it, and I also don't think our government should be run based on made up science. That would be nice. So yeah, it's like the right wanted in the 80s and 90s to run everything based on sort of their supernatural religion, and the left wanted to run everything based on their secular pseudoscientific religion.
Yeah,
And that's honestly, that reminds me of, I don't say reminds me of, but there sort of ponders an idea of religion and man. Can we truly escape the two, or are we forever bound to it?
Well, there was a Christian thinker,
cool it
a
down.
Christian philosopher in the late Victorian period called G.K. Chesterton, and he had a quote.
I'll be right back.
G.K.
All right.
Chesterton quote. Believe. I want to make sure I get this right. He said, "When men choose not to believe in God, they do not thereafter believe in nothing. They then become capable of believing in anything."
Yeah.
So he's saying that, like, when you have a God-shaped hole in you because you don't have a God, you will fill it with whatever bullshit, like, hoves into your field of view and seems vaguely reasonable.
Yeah, at least to your own understanding based off of your own knowledge. And I asked that because basically religion is something that appears in most societies in general, those completely disconnected from each other, to the point that I believe it's a natural part of man, that it's part of our psyche, whether we like it or not, and we're going to try to fill it with one thing or another.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason I've been sort of dabbling with faith recently. It's not just that I feel its absence in my life, although I do. It's also that, like, if there's that hole in us as human beings, then we kind of have to make a conscious choice of what to fill it with. And I would rather fill it with the things that led to the civilization that I admire, which is the West.
Yeah, that's one thing that people like to take for granted is, those are the moral foundations in the center of what has become the West, which is one of, if not the first country to truly practice free speech, not just talk about it. Or at least, try, I should say, because we do have a history of, like you said, of lack of tolerance, if you will.
Yeah, I agree with him too about that. There is a God-shaped hole in all of us, and we try and fill it with so many different things that not going to work. I mean, it might work for a spell, but eventually you'll just get numb to it, like it no longer satisfy. I agree with what he said when he said, if you stop believing in God, you'll believe in anything. And I've lived that. That's why I believe that so much.
Very susceptible.
G.K. Chesterton is a very interesting figure. If you find yourself curious, I definitely recommend reading about him at least. He, like, kind of when I say the modern era, obviously I'm not talking like hyper modern. He's a little bit less contemporary than like Nietzsche.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's sort of on an opposite end of that, because Nietzsche was sort of atheistic, and G.K. Chesterton was a Christian philosopher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of who said it. Can't remember who said it exactly. They were talking about they had this philosophy of sort of how the world in itself has a sort of, what do you call it, a user interface, and the way we see the world through our own eyes is essentially the largest amount of reality that we can take in, that we don't have the capability to absorb the entirety of reality. So we have our minimal view. And he believes that if we put on the appropriate filter on that minimal view and live through that filter, so to kind of give us a certain perspective, that we can sort of test and we can test and decide which filters better improve our own personal existence. And that's kind of like how he chose more of a religious aspect, because he saw that there was just more general benefit to it than a negative on the personal level.
Yeah, I guess if you accept that you as an individual are incapable of perceiving reality in its full truth, then at that point you're left with the option of choosing a frame for what
Basically,
for what you can experience. Yeah, makes sense. Oh God,
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of these other quotes now.
Welcome to the stream. It gets this way from time to time.
Thanks.
We're very broad in conversation.
You may have actually heard this quote from G.K. Chesterton. Fairy tales do not tell children the dragons exist. Children already know that dragons exist. Fairy tales tell children the dragons can be killed.
I haven't heard that one, but I definitely kind of heard many quotes and quotes involving the dragon.
I've never heard that before either. I like that.
I'm back. Who are we condemning now?
No one in particular, sort of philosophizing. I'll be right back. I need a water.
Philosophize with me, dude.
All right, we're condemning Royce.
Okay, here we go. The true soldier fights not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him.
Nice.
His butt?
That booty, though.
My God, you do that so well.
Doesn't he?
I am not absent-minded. It is the presence of mind that makes me unaware of everything else.
Whoa. Did I just hear Keanu Reeves in the...
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. Is that Sigmund Freud?
No way.
No way. Yes way.
You killed my friend, you medieval dickweed.
What would Socrates say about this?
Yeah, Socrates, Johnson. Socrates. Look up under Socrates. Oh, yeah, there he is. Socrates.
That phone book, though, like, isn't it weird, man, that Keanu Reeves travels in a phone booth both in Bill and Ted and The Matrix?
I never thought about that one.
Yeah, I never considered that.
You guys clearly don't have enough free time on your hands.
What did you say there? I just sat down again. Would you say
It's absolutely profound, James.
Yeah, go ahead. Drop it on me again.
Yeah, but
I
if he
was
says it again, it will lose all impact.
Yeah.
We're on a
hang on.
stream
Let
that's
me
being recorded.
let
so.
me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it. Isn't it interesting that Keanu Reeves travels via phone booth both in Bill and Ted and in The Matrix?
Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's nothing there. It's probably just the same universe.
Oh, here's one that you guys have probably heard from G.K. Chesterton. Probably, and again, it's wild to think that he was like 1890s contemporary. Do not be so open-minded that your brain falls out.
I heard something similar to that. Speaking of movies, I was watching a movie based off of a book I recently finished, The Man-Eaters of Salvo and Other African Tales. The movie Ghost in the Darkness. I was rewatching it. I enjoyed it. But in the middle of it,
That's
I
the
realized,
lion one, right?
Yes. In the middle of it, I realized it's kind of a Jaws knockoff, like beat per beat, similar to Jaws. Like they have the exact same beats. You have an expert who comes to help, and then in the midst of the final hunt, the expert dies. You have sort of like this authority figure that takes all the blame. There's just a lot of different beats throughout it that are exactly the freaking same. I was like, oh, you're this character, and you're this character, and you're this character.
Well, that was the thing we were talking about at BaseCon, and I forget who it was. I think it was Steve Polling.
Wait, BaseCon?
Yeah, that's the con I went to.
It's like a conservative nerd convention.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds dope as hell.
It is. Oh, it's good. It's very. It's number one. It's a kind of a tight knit community, but it's very laid back and chill. So
Legit.
yeah, and it's like everybody gets along. There's no drama. We get to hang out with one another. We were talking about Zane Grey, or no, not Zane Grey, Louis L'Amour, and how like every Louis L'Amour book has the exact same formula. That it's like the bad guy comes to town, decides he wants to take over a farmer's land, and there's a beautiful granddaughter, and then this stranger, this gunfighting stranger comes in and saves the day, and it's like it's the same formula over.
You're doing that thing where you like gradually, like
my fault. I started background music, and usually when I do, whoever's talking at that moment robots out for a minute.
But it's basically the same formula over and over and over again, and people just ate it up. And that's, there's something to be said about formulaic stuff. It's, I don't want to say it's predictable,
it works.
But it works.
It's comfortable too.
I mean, look at what is it? Lester Dance wrote like dozens of books, and he literally just publicized, oh, this is how I write every single one of my books, just like this, every single one of them. And I think he calls it the master plot formula. It's basically the same. Just writes a four act structure, the exact same all the way through every single one of his piece of literature. And like you said, it works. It sells. People enjoy it. It's a good way of building up a good structure of building up tension and getting your character in the appropriate position to overcome the villain and overcome the villain from an underdog position. And
exactly.
It works. They're there for a reason. They work.
It's funny because we do sometimes like to have our paradigms challenged, but it's something that you kind of have to opt into, and it makes me immediately think of The Last Jedi, because that man did not secure our consent to subvert our expectations, and I frankly think he should be put in a stockade, and everyone should be allowed to throw rotten fruit at him.
Yeah, they started. What were they calling him after that? Ruin Johnson.
Oh,
I
Ruin
guess
Johnson,
he's made.
yeah.
I guess he's made a few good flicks, but this was not where he belonged for certain.
I've never been impressed really by many of his movies. They're kind of shallow.
Oh, you'll like
Welcome
this
to
one.
Hollywood. No.
Are you ready for this one? This one's pretty good. Art, like morality, consists of drawing a line somewhere.
I get it. It's a pun.
As mediocrities used to say, that's good enough.
Oh, that reminds me of another joke. So there's
Mediocrates.
No, mediocres. There's this Greek guy walking around ancient Athens, and he tears his toga, and he goes into the tailor to get it repaired, and the tailor looks up at him and he goes, "Hey, Euripides," and he holds up his toga and goes, "Eumenides."
That reminds me of something I actually read off of a Magic the Gathering card, where it said, "The poets will say those lost at sea will be forever young, to fade between the waves of legend and what could have been. Sailors say they drown."
I'm gonna guess that was a blue card.
It might have been. I don't remember. That was many moons ago. I used to gather with friends and we'd play at a I think it was like a freaking Carl's Jr. that was open till 2 in the morning. So we'd go in at 11 o'clock and play till like 12:30.
Oh my gosh, I don't know your age, but I now I'm remembering like my D&D friends and I when I was like 14, 15. We would just stay out until all hours. Like it did not matter. like the Gen X thing with the streetlights going off, that only applied till you were like 13, and then it was just like, don't wake anyone up when you come in.
Good times.
Oh yeah. These days, if a 14-year-old kid were out past like 9 p.m., there'd be a manhunt.
I remember being out quite late. I remember walking the streets at like 2 in the morning and no one being out. Just going from one friend's house to another.
Yeah, getting off the bus at like 10 p.m. or just straight up like on my bike at like 1 in the morning, like going through empty neighborhoods. Coming back from my friend's house where we were playing like 2nd edition.
Redbox?
No, 2nd edition.
Was that the first edition, the Redbox?
White box was like kind of just D&D or OD&D, and I think Redbox was like, I think 1st edition. I don't really remember, honestly. I don't remember what the first Redbox was. It might have been 2nd edition. I just never saw a red box.
No, that's what I started on.
Oh, okay. So was that 2nd edition?
Well, that's I'm wondering. That's why I was.
Did you have THACO?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think it was 2nd edition because I don't think AD&D 1st edition had THACO.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're learning new things every day.
Yeah, I hate that.
Sometimes.
It's overwhelming.
Especially when it's bullshit.
When are we gonna know everything?
Never.
Never.
I hope. I don't want to know everything.
God damn it.
I barely stand the things I know now.
Right?
I know, right?
That's painfully true. Wow.
That's a bit too true, man. This stream gets too real sometimes, Wrangler.
The Two Truth podcast.
We're all going to need therapy afterwards.
We just
I
want
thought
to
this
talk
was
about a
true
video
therapy.
game. We just want to talk about a video game and a comic book.
When I was like 32, I sat down and I was talking to a friend of mine in his 50s. And I said, I don't know what's happening to me. My imagination used to be more vivid and like colors used to be more vivid. Like I would look around and I would notice things more, and like I would notice the smell of autumn on the air, or I would notice little details, and I would like sort of appreciate the things even if I saw them every day. They kind of bolstered me, and that feels like it's fading, and I don't know what's wrong with me. And he goes, "You're getting older, and you're lucky it took this long." And I was like, "Oh God, no."
I mean, it could be like the frame rate thing. They say as we get older in general, like the reason when you're a kid, things like seem like they take forever is because there is sort of like a frame rate to life you process things through. And the younger you are, sort of the faster your frames are, the more you can experience things, if you will. That's sort of where the whole consuming everything around them like a sponge sort of phenomenon comes in.
There's
as
a way
you get older, you get lesser frames.
There's a way around it. I hear 2 ways around it actually,
Possibly.
but both of them require effort, and I don't have like a ton of that to spare. The first method is to do new shit all the time. That apparently significantly slows down your frame rate again, or I guess speeds it up, depending on how you're framing it. No pun intended. And then the other one is just meditation, like practicing like deliberate mindfulness can give you like granular control over your own frame rate.
There you go.
Whoa.
We probably just lost some frames is all. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. We all got to wear glasses eventually.
I lost my frames long ago.
Now you just pin all your photos to the wall.
I guess it all depends on how you frame it.
Wah, wah, wah.
I see what you did there. Oh my God, I shouldn't have done that.
It wasn't me. It was a frame up.
We can keep going, folks. We can do this all night.
Listen,
That's right.
I don't know if
Probably
I'm
not
an
all.
artist.
Rights or
My
not,
mind's
but-
in the gutter, so that's all I'm going to say.
He's an illustrator. Forgive him.
I'm not an illustrator. I'm a comic book artist.
What's the difference?
Because illustrators just do single images. They don't require storytelling. They don't do sequence. Comic books is sequential art, my friend.
Okay. So what's
Sequential illustrations.
So what you're saying is that
You're a sequentialist.
in the absence of having multiple frames to work with, an illustrator needs to become better at at making a static image dynamic, because they lack the luxury of multiple frames. That's kind of what you're saying.
I thought he was just trying to give himself an appropriate title.
Hey, I'm trolling. Let me troll.
No.
This is a no trolling zone, my friend.
Fair enough.
When did that start?
Yeah.
Shut up, Wrangler.
Wait, when was
I'm
this
trolling
written
him
down?
right now. Don't you see? This is the anti-trolling trolling. I'm on
Trollception.
another dimension right now.
Oh boy. What a world.
I'm playing 6D chess, dude.
Oh man.
I just trolled, dude.
Listen, I'm
That's
playing
not-
double D chess right now, okay?
That's-
You guys can't handle it.
I have 3.5. I have 3 3/4 moves before I do checkmate, man.
That sounded vaguely Trump-like. I'm playing 5D chess. It's the best chess.
Best test ever.
I'm playing with all the D's.
Wow, what a good chess.
Damn, you don't want to be playing with all the D's.
We need Kahuna here for that.
Whose D are you playing with?
Well, I'll give you the second best thing. Let's see, where is that?
I had to pull something out of my butthole, and that was the best I could come up with.
Freaking Jewish space lasers.
Oh yeah, they're coming up at the end of the episode as usual. Don't you worry.
It's an end episode thing, you know. We got contracts to keep.
Ah.
They're more social contracts with ourselves than anything.
We have paid for paid contracts. There's a reference for you.
What a world. Has anybody seen the new King of the Hill? I heard it's on the air.
I have not.
That's genuinely all I've heard is that it's on the air. I haven't.
No,
heard
I mean I've heard people talk about it. We talked about it on Comic Seed Commandos on Saturday.
Yeah, what's the word?
So one of the actors died.
Yeah.
So
I thought
they-
a couple of them have.
So, well, he died while he was voicing. I mean, not at the microphone, literally, but like after
While
doing,
the project was in progress.
yeah, after doing 2 episodes. I mean, I think generally it's positive, but it's not as good as the old one, but it's still good enough to watch. Is kind of the verdict.
Okay.
Oh, as long as it's not woke garbage.
I don't suspect it is.
I don't think it's woke garbage.
Judge has had a pretty good record with reviving his shows and keeping them pretty classic. Like we're getting a 3rd season of Beavis and Butthead. The first 2 seasons were pretty good.
Shut up.
I don't know. Do you have a different opinion?
Okay. So when I was young, when I was like 13 or 14, I was watching Beavis and Butthead, and my parents were like, "Yeah, you're too young for this show." They like watched an episode with me, and they were like, "Look, we get it that you find this funny, but you're too young for it. You can watch it when you can watch it. You can try it again when you're like 16 or 17." And I hadn't thought about it in ages, and then I think I was like 17 or 18 when some came on. I watched it, and I was like. And my mother was there with me, and I turned to her and I was like, "Oh, now I know why you wanted me to watch this at this age." And she goes, "Why?" And I was like, "Because this is dumb as hell, and I don't want to watch it anymore."
What's up, Animation Overload? And hail to Tank Ferret. He says,
Hey,
hail
Tank,
to all
how
you
you doing,
magnificent
man?
bastards and bastettes.
That's Tank. Checks out.
You know what's funny is Beavis and Butthead actually launched 2 different shows. It launched King of the Hill, and it launched a show called Daria. One of the characters.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Daria's from that?
Yes.
Seriously, every 40 or 50 something woman who was an alt girl who's like still single is like, "Oh, I'm secretly Daria on the inside."
Yeah, Daria's probably making fun of him. But yeah, Daria was an original character from the first couple of seasons of Beavis. I think for like the 3rd season of Beavis and Butthead, they called her Diarrhea.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Daria Diarrhea.
God damn it.
And then the whole thing was that she sort of just moved out. And then you had their neighbor. I forget what their neighbor was called. Basically, the Hank Hill character. He was supposed to be Hank's father in the show, canonically, but there was a rights issue, so they had to leave that part out, and they replaced him with Cotton Hill.
Huh.
Mysteries, man.
Oh, this bug's carrying something shiny. I must have it. I don't know what it is, but I must have it.
Ooh,
All I can say is I came from the generation way before Beavis and Butthead.
There you go.
What?
Yeah.
Was there a time before Beavis and Butthead?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You know what's funny is
You know what came before that was the Flintstones.
Oh yes.
When they made Beavis and Butthead, the first skits were inspired by an actual story Mike Judge heard, and he thought, what kind of dumbasses would do something like that, which was essentially use a frog as a baseball.
That was the episode my mother watched with me.
That was the very first one. And if you're judging it based off of the first seasons, don't. It rapidly changes. But the whole point was essentially he was making fun of people who watch MTV because that's who Beavis and Butthead are supposed to be. Your general MTV viewers. And he was just making fun of them.
Half the episodes were them talking over music videos.
Exactly. Yeah. They watch MTV. Yeah,
It's like
that
really sucks.
that also changed a bit with the newer ones. I think the first season had drug use in it, which they dropped, I think, around the second or third season. It rapidly changed.
I did see the film in theaters.
Oh, how great!
And it was pretty wild. I was like, okay, well, that was funny. I enjoyed that. But...
That's basically how the humor is now, like the metamorphosis of season 1 to and beyond. Because I think the first season was like 3 episodes or something. Then they put it back in the cooker.
Yeah, it was season 1, I think, also that I was watching when I watched it again. I was like 17.
Yeah.
I was watching some season 1. I was like, no.
Yeah, no. Season 1, in comparison to the modern day stuff, it's day and night.
Well, it does appear Mike Judge's sense of humor may have progressed from there.
Oh yeah. I'm enjoying the seasons as they come out, and it's classic compared to all the other shit you're getting today. It's ridiculous. So there's not much else to watch, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. I'm going to preface this by saying I hate every other Kurtzman Star Trek.
Okay.
But there's one show that I think I get the distinct feeling he didn't have a lot to do with it. And they were left mostly alone. And it seems like it was made by actual Star Trek fans.
Oh.
And I think that was Lower Decks.
Oh, the cartoon?
That's still kind of divisive. I like Lower Decks, I'll admit that, but a lot of people still see it as inappropriate for Star Trek, yada, yada, yada.
I think what happened was they were like, let's make an animated Star Trek comedy. And Kurtzman went, yes, this is an amazing idea. And then he went to a team, and the team went, okay, let's make this an actual good Star Trek show. And they're like, well, how are we going to keep Kurtzman off our back? And they're like, we'll make the main character a black woman. And they were like, okay, that's perfect. And so they just told Kurtzman, yeah, the main character's a black woman. And Kurtzman, okay,
Yes.
good, yeah, go do it. And they just went and actually made like decent Star Trek.
Like, hey, you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, and I mean, the stories are fun, but they also, like, every single episode has multiple nods to like actual Star Trek fans.
To all sorts of stuff.
All sorts.
I mean, they just nerded out through the whole series, pretty much.
They finally answered the question of where the jizz goes in the holodeck.
Where the jizz goes?
In the holodeck, yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. I don't want to know these types of things.
Well, it's where all the bodily fluids and stuff go on the holodeck. Like if you sit down and use the crapper in the holodeck, that has to go somewhere.
Can't you frickin' hold it? Just leave the holodeck, go to the bathroom, and come back. Gee,
My immersion. God damn it, my immersion. Come on. But no, it turns out that the lower decks are in charge of emptying this thing. It basically you open up a wall panel and you pull out this cylinder just full of random effluvia, and it has to, for some reason in the future they can't have a robot doing this. It has to be a crew person pulling this thing out of the wall and hauling all the waste down to the matter recycler.
Wow. Well, I guess that's why they call it Lower Deck.
Indeed.
It was definitely lower brow.
Some of the humor absolutely was, but some of the nods in that, like they bring back what were their names? The really stupid ones who just steal everyone's technology by leveraging their sympathy.
I think it's funny.
They were from Voyager originally, I think.
Mexicans?
It's not that far off, actually, pronunciation.
Oh, the ones that they were called the Vagrants because the Borg wiped them out, so they just went around begging through space.
Yeah.
Hi. Can we have free stuff?
They were almost a little. Their faces were kind of beakish.
I don't think so. No, they just look kind of like. Okay, so I used to listen to this Star Trek podcast, and I'm not even going to get into that, the one thing they did that like I brought into my vernacular is the stuff they stick on you when you're in Star Trek. They used to just generally refer to it as loaf. Like, oh yeah, that guy had a lot of loaf.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to go. Ah shit.
So these guys
Alright.
were just like fat dudes with like a little bit of loaf.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm in game and I saw something. Oh my god, it saw me too. Oh my god. Ah, it's over. It's gonna kill me.
Holy shit, Omer Glitch is in the show.
Oh hey Omar.
What's up, guys?
Oh my god, he's been replaced by an AI.
I'm sorry, my dinosaur. You must die here.
You're all crunchy, Omer Glitch. You got the same
Here it is.
microphone issue that
They're
you
called
had.
the Packlids.
Still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Try turning it off and on again.
Yeah, it's wicked fuzzy.
Okay, I think I lost it.
Like indecipherably. So
Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
you don't know him. I mean, I could halfway decipher it.
wow. Okay. Well, that's certainly a skill. Certainly something very special.
You don't want to know what he's been through to acquire that skill.
Okay,
No,
so
you're still try logging out of StreamYard and hopping back on. That fixed it earlier.
I heard testing. I
Oh,
understood.
finally we got rid of him. I thought we'd never get him.
But yeah, they were called the Packlids, and yeah, just all kinds of stuff like that. Like they brought back the race from Darmok. So good, so good.
Who's your favorite Star Trek character, Luke?
In general, or from Lower Decks?
In general.
Oh, it's got to be Picard. I mean, I don't
What,
know.
more than Kirk?
It's either Picard or Riker.
Wow. Wow.
What?
Testes.
I was
Yeah,
Get
you're
that
good.
death
You're
there,
good now.
Homer.
Thank you.
Yeah, your mic like
Thanks for having
doesn't-
me.
It's like your mic doesn't like your first appearance. It's like you come
Yeah.
in glitchy and then you gotta like hop off and back on again.
Yeah.
But you're good. You're
It
all right. How you
happens.
doing, man?
Back off, man.
The only question I ever thought was hard was, do I like Kirk or do I like Picard? They see me roll on my Segway.
That's pretty
Do
nerdy.
you guys like the new Picard, or I'm sorry, the new Kirk that's replacing him? Or
No.
coming into.
No.
Just don't.
Not even close.
Just don't.
Are we talking about
Strange New Worlds or whatever it's called?
yeah, Strange New Worlds? Does Pike manage to avert his own death?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
You know, in the original Star
Jim
Trek,
Carrey
like,
did a better Kirk in frickin' In Living Color than this guy does. I'm sorry. He's just not
Mr.
right for the character.
Mr. Spock.
Who, Chris Pike?
No. The dude on the TV side, the current Kirk.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey would have been a better choice.
Wait, did you just call Jim Carrey the guy from In Living Color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's how I know we're within a couple decades of each other.
Oh, that I'm referencing the time he played Kirk on a skit for In Living Color.
Oh God, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, he would have been a better
classic.
choice
So good.
than the current guy playing Kirk.
It's good.
My
I
favorite
mean, this
character.
guy shows up and he just doesn't. There's no sense or aura of Kirk to him whatsoever. He just has the name.
My favorite is Q, personally.
Oh, Q is a lot of fun. My favorite is Shran from Enterprise.
I don't really view Q as a character so much as an event that occurs.
Oh,
Well,
he's
when they made him human, that was freaking hysterical.
Oh yeah.
And then when he did it to his son,
Yeah.
Q is a trickster, but he always has a lesson along with it. He does do it for his own entertainment, but it's never solely for his own entertainment. There's always purpose to his meddling.
But yeah, no, the Picard show was hot trash.
Well, what is it? That third season? That
was better.
That took a hard right turn, and it's like, whoa, hey, this is actually entertaining again.
I didn't watch it because I watched the first season and went, well, if I watch any subsequent seasons, I have to accept that any of this shit is canon.
Yeah, well, just remove season 1 and 2 from your own headcanon and watch season 3. It'll just be a lot better. Season 3 can be watched on its own, separate from the rest.
You made it through the first season. I didn't make it through the first episode.
And then in the last episode of the first season, when they're like, "Oh, you're not actually Picard anymore. You're like Data. You're an android that's like really human-like," and it's like, okay, so it's no longer the show Picard. Like that's it. Picard's dead.
It's a Carbot.
Well, I think if they kind of went with the Ghost in the Shell philosophy. He's gone full prosthetic.
That's not what they said, though. Like he had a fully positronic brain, and I don't think they mentioned like transferring anything. I don't know. I don't really exactly remember. Maybe they did. Maybe they
glossed over it very briefly in a blinker you'll miss it moment in season 3. Somebody went up to Riker and said, "So is it true the whole artificial?" And Riker says, "Yeah, but he's the same man." And that was their gloss over. It's like they had to acknowledge it. I think I saw an interview with a guy who worked on the show. What was his name? Metalis or something?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was him or somebody else who was working on the show.
His name was Metalis?
Terry Metalis, I think.
That sounds more like an android than Picard.
Right? But I don't know if it was him or somebody else who said it's in the previous seasons. They have to acknowledge it, but they kind of wished it hadn't happened, but they have to work with what they got.
They have to preserve continuity. I do kind of get that.
So you guys are telling me I should watch season 3 of Picard?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it does. It gets the season 3 gets good. I don't know if they had another season after that. I think they might have just hung it up. I could be wrong on that.
Which was the smart thing to do. Let's face it.
Yeah,
they wanted to.
last season, yeah.
Metalis wanted to do Star Trek Legacy with Seven as the new captain, but they wouldn't let him do it, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Okay, so was season 3 the one where they bring back Guinan? Because
no, that was season 2, and it was even worse.
Yeah, that's what I heard, was that it was terrible, and that makes total sense because
they just butchered the lore.
Shit.
Yeah, but season 3,
insufferable asshole.
Season 3 brought back a lot of the next gen tone and dynamics, and it was nice.
Shit,
yeah,
okay.
It's not perfect. I'm not going to tell you it's perfect. It has its flaws, but it is so much better. It actually did feel like Star Trek again.
Well, I had not heard this. See, my problem too is that I heard similar things about Strange New Worlds, and then I did the free 2-week trial of Paramount Plus on Amazon, and I watched it and I was like, kinda. It's better than anything else.
They're almost there, but they're still. It's just the uncanny valley of Star Trek, that show.
Yeah,
and I don't like the visual retooling of different peoples, like the Andorians. I don't like how they make the Andorians look, and I know that's a stylistic choice, but you gotta admit, you see his face, he's got more features on there than the Andorians have ever had. They've been doing it long enough. Just keep it with its canon look. You don't have to do a visual reboot on everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, it's a stylistic choice. It's like it's not a fucking cartoon. Like it's.
Well, they did a cartoon in season 2, and they did that stupid sing-along song, which it was entertaining, but
that was more like Buff. They were ripping off Buffy on that one. No doubt.
Is this the one where like everyone starts singing, and then there was another episode where they turn into puppets or something?
Yeah,
that's I guess some point in the current season. I don't know if that's come out yet or not. I don't know. I don't care to see.
No, that
it.
was in Strange New Worlds. Yeah. So Strange New Worlds starts off a lot like it feels like Star Trek. Then season 2 goes off to Wokeland, and then season 3 kind of brings it back. And I think there's season 4 right now, and it's kind of okay.
I mean,
So-
season 2 was pretty Wokeland on it. I mean, season 1 was pretty Wokeland on its own with the fucking like, oh, we traveled through time and ice is evil and whoop and Guinan is there and Guinan's like, I'm not sure I want to live in this world. Whoa.
It was the oppression Olympics every step of the way. One thing in Strange New Worlds they did, as much as I don't like Strange New Worlds in and of itself, when they did the crossover with Lower Decks, the way they transitioned from one to the other and then brought them together, I thought it was really well done, especially with Boimler and what's her name, Marina?
Boimler and
right.
no, Mariner.
Mariner, yeah. When they both came into live action,
yeah,
it was seamless, and somehow the guy who voices and plays Boimler managed to, thankfully they look enough like their actual characters that they voice, and the guy who plays Boimler kept the body language in live action and made it look believable. It was like that dude pulled off a great performance for that.
Well, that's what's his name from
The Boys.
From The Boys.
Huey.
From The Boys, yeah. Yeah.
By the
Huey.
way, I will be right back. I'm gonna try something.
All right. Yeah, but I was very impressed with how they handled the crossover while not betraying the tone of either show. Like I said, I'm not a fan of how Strange New Worlds is going, but they did do that crossover so well.
Yeah. One show that I'm into right now that I'm watching is For All Mankind. And that it has a lot of super woke in it because women seem to be solving all the problems.
Yeah, not realistic. That's science fiction for sure because they should be starting them.
This should be what?
They should be starting all the problems.
Yeah, James gets it.
I've been in a relationship before. I know what I'm talking about.
There we go. Now you guys can see my beautiful mug.
Ah!
Oh.
Oh, I remember that. What is it? Kara, or is that was her name? Shikara. Hips don't lie. Shakira. Yeah.
Shakira. Fu Man Blue, what's up, man? Good to see you.
I mean, that's like softcore porn in a music video.
Pretty much. I mean, it's not far off.
Oh, what's the name of that video? I don't think I've watched
porn, though, to be honest.
Skin of Max.
Except
for if music videos are softcore porn, so is Stellar Blade.
Hang on, let me look it up.
Oh, did you guys
argue with you about that?
Did you guys hear about the cheese factory that
Tom Anderson, is that the name of the guy that plays Huey?
Whoa.
The cheese factory?
Yeah, did you guys hear about the cheese factory in France that blew up?
No. Well, seriously? This sounds
Debris
like the start of
everywhere.
a joke.
Tom Anderson is Neo's name, right?
Yeah.
In the Matrix.
John Anderson, isn't it? Was it John?
Mr.
Oh, Mr. Anderson.
Tom or John? Yeah.
You know that joke has so many holes in it. It's like worse than Swiss cheese.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah. Shakira. It's Shakira. The song is She Wolf.
Welcome welcome to Rivendell, Mr. Anderson. There we go.
Wow. What are you doing? Like an Archie Matrix crossover?
That was pretty good.
Mr. Anderson, your allies are wearing thin.
There ain't no plan for protruding
Cooperate
Mr.
with what we
Anderson.
want, Mr. Anderson, or Jughead gets it.
Allies is wearing thin, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, God.
Jughead is Agent Smith.
Oh, man.
Eating burgers through the whole. That'd be awesome. Just if
Veronica is Trinity.
Oh my God, yes.
Now, if Hugo Weaving showed up wearing that inside out hat that Jughead wears and just munching on a hamburger in every scene.
Oh God, Hugo Weaving. You take the blue pill and you go back to your life and forget we ever spoke. You take the red pill and you must get this ring to Mount Doom.
Yeah, but it's not a pill. It's like you take Betty and your life continues as a, you take Veronica and you come down the rabbit hole.
Women.
And if you have to push through orcs on your way to Mount Doom, take Moose. He'll plow through them for you. I think that was the name of their big guy friend, right? Moose.
That's not good.
The jock, right?
Was he a jock or was he just hefty? I can't remember.
I kind of missed Archie comics culturally. Like I read a couple, but like the whole phenomenon missed me.
Go back and catch up. We'll wait for you.
No, it's cool. You can just
Riverdale.
You know, I read somewhere that they still produce them, and they'll do like
They still do, yeah.
an anthology, and then they'll put a brand new one in.
Herman, are you saying you stopped reading them?
I never read them. I never read them in the first place, but I know about them.
You want to hear something
Archie
bizarre?
Comics did put something out that I used to follow. Is The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
Do you want to hear something absolutely bizarre that Archie Comics put out for a while? Actually, I think it's still going.
Sure.
The Sonic the Hedgehog comic book.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it follows the continuity of the good Saturday morning cartoon. Because remember there were two Sonic cartoons that ran concurrently, and one was absolute dog shit, and the other one was kind of good. Very bizarre.
Supposedly that Sonic the Hedgehog art gig pays pretty well.
Especially if you're doing commissions for that one dude who's into Sonichu.
What's his name? Chris something or other?
Yeah, something like that.
Her name is Christina Chandler something or other.
No,
Jesus
the one
Christ.
who is like banging his invalid mom or whatever.
Yes, Christina Chandler. Jesus Christ. That's her name that she goes by.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
She was a hooah.
You guys are not up on the latest
She
Chris
went
Chandler.
the other way. Yeah.
Oh, I heard he calls himself Christina. I just...
Yeah, Christina.
No.
Or Christine. So there was actually
Didn't it go to
also
jail or something?
there was also but for a short time they kicked him out of jail because he was retarded.
Can you imagine being so retarded you get kicked out of jail?
Yeah.
Well, I bet you these guys can imagine it.
Ain't no black protagonists in Nintendo games, boy.
Funny thing about Sonic, though, Sonic had officially licensed porn.
What?
Officially licensed?
Yes, officially licensed. When Sega was in the shitter, they were like completely financially destroyed. A porn company came to them to license, and they accepted the offer. And there's actually officially licensed Sonic porn.
I can't believe that exists.
That's pretty wild.
Oddly enough, I kind of can.
Fred, can you send
Okay.
me a link?
So was it with Sally Squirrel?
That's crazy.
I never actually watched it. Are you kidding?
Oh, are you saying animated?
I pure innocent boy. I don't watch that kind of stuff.
Wait. This was animated. This wasn't like somebody drew some furry porn. This is like actually animated pornography.
Well, I never went to read it, so I never went to watch it. I couldn't tell you, but you can go and research it.
No.
Yeah, put it into your Google browser. It'll forever be there. Oh shoot.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised that it exists, but I can't believe that exists.
Wrangler, put it in the private chat. Put the link in the private chat.
I don't have the link. Nor do I want it.
Oh, it goes to that Chris Chandler guy.
Oh man. Stormcrow used to talk about him all the time. Any chance to bring him up and poke at him, he brought it up. It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
why do we have to discuss this?
He's a lolcow. Like he's one of the. I mean, it's one of the darkest aspects of humanity nowadays. Like what happened with him is completely, like, it's what happens when you let the internet troll with you, and you fall for everything. Like basically, his parents were too old. They didn't understand the internet, and they let him completely get trolled and abused by people on the internet. Like,
well, wasn't he like? Isn't he mentally retarded? Obviously, right? Like,
yeah, he's mentally retarded, and he was streaming.
Allowed to be on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If his parents were like old people,
too old too.
Yeah. They didn't understand the internet. They kind of let him do whatever he wanted. And he was streaming online, and trolls got a hold of him and abused him as much as they could.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's there's hour-long documentaries about him that go into, I think, 70 episodes. Like, you can watch stuff on him that's endless. And everything will horrify you. Like, all the stories will horrify you to no end.
It sounds horrific already.
It's great.
Freaking internet, man.
Humanity
and its
finest.
We need a new definition of great.
It's
With that said, back till now over on Full Mechanic by Frederick Guimont.
It's the best abuse, the funniest. You're gonna love it.
Yeah,
you're gonna love it. Chris
Yeah.
Chris Chan putting objects in his butt. You're gonna love it.
In terms of horror, what can happen to a person's mind, it's extreme. It's one of the things that's notable because of how extreme it is.
Okay, so I had to go to archive.org for this. God damn it.
Did you find it?
Yeah, Sega officially licenses Sonic the Hedgehog porn for additional revenue. This is from 2012.
See, they thought it was going to be the end of the world in 2012. They figured, might as well.
I don't know. After hearing that, maybe it should have ended.
Here we go. With Sega relying heavily on their Japanese arcade games to stay afloat and shutting down European offices, many predict that their video game days are over. Today, Sega has announced that they are selling officially licensed Sonic porn. For those who traverse the dark sprawls of the internet, Sonic the Hedgehog porn is not difficult to find. In fact, there is a dedicated fan base who enjoy it, etc. and so forth. Enough so, Sega wants a piece of that pie. In an announcement related to their video game venture, Sega CEO, Sonic the Hedgehog is still a valuable license despite many mistakes we've made in video games. Regardless of how the games perform, there are other avenues of revenue associated with the series. Through our research, adult fans of Sonic the Hedgehog clamor for adult entertainment, and I believe we are missing a huge opportunity by not satisfying these fans. We cannot afford to shun any type of revenue, no matter how bad this may look upon the company. We would rather survive and be called every name in the book than die without a fight. Sega's site for ordering future erotica collections starring Sonic the Hedgehog has already crashed due to high volume of traffic received since the announcement.
Wow, that is
And so look at the graph of furries online and see if there's a spike in 12.
Yeah. Wow.
It reminds me of that. Oh God, I can't remember the name. Flash Gits. It reminds me of that Flash Gits where the Space Marines cut open the furry and they find the thing in his heart that transformed him, and it was Lola Bunny.
Damn.
Lola.
And then one of the Space Marines goes, "Oh, I can kind of see it, kind of hot," and the other Space Marine like smacks him, and he's like, "Oh, yeah."
On that note, I think we are about near the end of the show, and time to do some parting plugs. So, Omer, you got the big box right now. We'll start with you.
All right, you can find me over at Omer Glitch everywhere on the interwebs as Omer Glitch. And while you're like it, make sure you hit the bell and get all the notifications here on Wrangler's channel and everybody else's as well. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. Thank you so much. And don't forget to look me up on OnlyFans under Omer Glitch. I mean, Hentai Honey Buns too.
He'll be reviewing Sonic porn in his next.
Yeah. With my buddy Christina Chan.
So gay. Luke.
Look at the details on Tails' butthole wrinkles.
It's blown out.
It's all
That's a
CGI,
gaping
and
if
look
I've
at the
ever seen
detail
one.
they paid attention to the texturing.
I wonder if he'll have twin prolapses. Anyway. Hi everybody. Hi boys and girls. We're real glad you caught the show. I hope your parents don't mind. My name's Luvapor, and I do mostly just shit post on X. I do have a Substack where I've posted the occasional article about tabletop role-playing games. And that's it. I don't write or draw or do anything creative and amazing like these gentlemen here, aside from like running a weekly tabletop game. So maybe someday. But
Well, you talk like a British person, which is pretty creative and amazing.
Yes, it is very good.
You are certainly a vocal talent.
welcome, well, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for old Luvapor, and I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic on to my friend here to my right. There you are.
Frederick.
Hello, everybody. Check out Rattel crowdfunding now on Fund My Comic and Geyser.fund. You can support it with either dollars on Fund My Comic or Bitcoin on Geyser.com. Just search for Rattel on Fund My Comic or click the link in the chat. Check it out. Check the trailer. Look at the covers. We've got a great book for you. I hope you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it.
Nice.
Buy my book.
Not only is it in the chat, but it's also in the description. So you get 2 links for the price of 1.
See? No excuse.
Geyser.com sounds like somewhere you would get Sonic porn.
The Bionic Edge.
Back this man's book. Rattel,
Do it!
back his book. So he's been promoting my book, so now it's my turn to promote his. Do it.
And buy Herman's audiobook.
Yes, buy my audiobooks. All of the audiobooks. Every single one.
So much audio.
To crush your enemies, to listen to audiobooks, and to read amazing Frederick comics.
Let's squash you like a grape.
I need to get you to do my next trailer voiceover there.
Yeah, I'd be happy to take care of that for you there.
I'll pay you in Sonic porn.
Oh my god. Rattel as the tick with the voice of the tick.
Let's take care of that for you, little buddy. Spoon!
James.
Heyo, friends. I'm James Esparza. You can catch me on my Substack, worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. Right now, I'm building a small wall around my facility because I saw a Tyrannosaurus out there, and I don't think my border is enough to hold back them aliens. So I got to keep on building so they don't come eat me at night.
Build
He's
a
got-
wall. You
he's
got to
gone-
build a wall and make the dinosaurs pay for it.
He's gone full Les Nessman.
There you go. I'm building the wall. They're gonna come eat my food. And my
Andy,
diet.
my wall.
Les Nessman, isn't it? WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, did you just make a WKRP reference? Jesus Christ!
He because he can't have walls, he tapes down the boundaries of his office.
Oh, that's right. He didn't have his own cubicle. He was all ticked off and felt slighted.
Surely.
So, and he ignored anybody until they actually knocked on his phantom door.
He was George Costanza before George Costanza.
All right, well, we're moving on, babies, to the next person.
All right, I think that was everybody.
No, what
Right.
about you, Wrangler?
You can catch my stuff on Amazon. Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. Magic fueled sci-fi adventure, a little bit Goonies, a little bit fantasy, a whole lot of blasting in sci-fi. Just look up Bad Kitty Frequency Studios on Amazon and it'll pop right up. You can also catch me over on Substack under Frequency Studios. And so Frederick, your book's coming out. Silk Song is here, and I got turned around already. Good old Metroidvania game board when you end up running in circles wondering where you're going.
Check out Wrangler's book. It sure beats an automated boxing glove to the eye from a child.
It sure does. It really, really does. Luvapor, you gotta read and do a review and like put that in your review. If I one day see a review on there saying it sure beats a punching glove to the eye, I'm like I think I would just be like over the moon.
There we go.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Another good time. I got my butt kicked in by Team Cherry again. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like. And if you didn't, we appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time. And God bless.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
See you next week.
See you
Hopefully.
Chai Rajagweez.
Good luck with life.
Alas, that's Chi Rodriguez.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
That's okay. We'll be able to do it again next week.
It's a great cornholio. NETP, Panay
The sister.
Jewish space lasers.
Good night, everybody.